It's the time of day for fishing. Tackle packed, I'm on my way. Driving down these country roads with the sunset's golden ray. Destination's yet a mystery, but my heart's where the water flows. Hoping for a smashing mark where the school of silver glows. Will it be a sorry blank or fishes by the cast? Chucking out a 5-ounce lid, smooth hound big and fast. The evening breeze is calling with the tales that will begin. For cod bites, fishing adventures, it's time to reel one in.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Cod Bites Fishing Adventures. It is, for reference, Sunday the 12th of October and it's 6 o'clock. High tide. I do believe it's 10:43 in the evening, so we're fishing it all the way to the top. So there's about 5 hours up and maybe a couple down. So it'll be a long session. I'm fishing with SONIK Black sports, both of them 14 footers, surf plaster frees, 8000s with 120 pound braid, 6-ounce lead, and I'm fishing on modified homemade pattern osters. I've got 3 hooks on one and 2 on the other, all different lengths. I've got stingers and mantas, Sakuma hooks, all 2-0s. So I'm fishing lower hooks today, and I've got 5 hooks out there, and we're looking for fish today. You know, not well. If I get a cod, I get a cod. If I get a bass, I get a bass. But I'm looking for fish. So that's what we're after, fish. You know, anything will do. Flatties, whiting, cod, bass, rockling. You know, anything. I'll sell for anything. It might even be a cheeky haddock in here, you never know. So it's all good in it. Right, I'll leave you on the rods for a little bit because they're both out. Both rods are out. Just trying to make a bit of room because there's people walking by, and it's a bit difficult to get by. So whoops. They probably think I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. So hopefully we'll get a fish. Nearly brought my legs on my rod because I had my stand in my hand and wasn't looking down. That'll end up on, it'll be alright on the night in a couple of months. Right, I'm hoping for a first cast fish, because you never know, I might get one. Very strange things have happened here over the years when I've been fishing here. I'm debating to fish that way or fish this way because there's no bloody wind today. I think, you know, I'm better off fishing the other way, so I'm going to move the camera around because both rods are facing that way and I think you'll get a better view of them. If you get a bite, you're going to see it a lot better from here than you would have done if I'd have had it the other way. So, you know, this is probably the best thing to do. I'm here on my own today. There's no Danny, there's no brother. Come on my own. Basically, you know, I've just come to get loads of fish, whiting, anything. I've got squid, black lug, and crab, and a few sand eels. Well, I'll be mainly on squid and black lug. That's what I'll be using. I've only just cast out, so they're only out about 35 metres. Both of them have slightly drifted to the left, but you will understand that on a 7.62 tide. But I say it's only just started coming in and it never rips through early on. So, you know, it may be a tiny bit too big tide to fish here, but you know, let's have a go for it. It's not huge. Right, just sorting all my bait out and stuff. Right, my little area's well done now. You know, I can finally sit down after about 35 minutes. Strolling backwards and forwards to the van to get this, that and the other. Which is quite a decent hike when you look at it walking around the wall. I'd expect to get some fish today because I'm fishing smaller rooks and more rooks. I only fished one up the other night, so you know, I did get bites, but I just didn't get any fish. Right, that's the base station sorted out, so I'm going to take a little break now while I get settled down, have a drink and what have you, and then if I get a bite in the meantime, I'll be back and I'll show you the action. Right, I'll bring you back just as it's starting to get a bit dark now. I've had some very, very, very tiny little pulls, but it'll be crab. It's pulling a little bit, but very, very little. The tide's very slow coming in tonight. You know, I'm hoping it's going to hold on a 6 ounce. It has at the moment. I'm only casting at about 11 o'clock and it's holding. So I'll just try to, I'll just read that far one I've just brought back in and took it back out. I'll just put a couple of squid heads on the hook just to see what they do like. Because I don't know about you people, but I tend to throw my squid heads in the river like. But I'm going to start incorporating them in my baits because I mean it's still squid in it. And them little tentacles flapping about in the water might just attract a few fish like. But my brother Andy did the crap pipe last night, and he had 8 whiting and a pouting, so that ain't bad, is it? Decent sized whiting as well. The pouting was a nice one, so a new species for him, I think, a pouting. I was nearly going to go there myself, but it was a big tide, and I wasn't sure I could get off the beach quick enough if the tide come in quick because of my back and obviously that, so I didn't dare risk it like. You never know, do you? So I didn't go. I decided to come here today at Makro because I'll be spending a lot of time at Makro. I mean, I will do some beach fishing, but I'll be at mainly Makro and Paull when the cod start invading. I might do a Vicky Dock or a cod corner or something like that, but I aren't going across to the south bank because I don't see the point. There's fish both sides, so once they're on, they're on. You know, it doesn't make much difference when the fish are on which side you're at. I mean, sometimes this side catches bigger fish than that side. It's just, you know, it changes from year to year. We never know, do we? So you never know what's going to happen from one season to the next. So we just go with the flow. Well, so I've got 5 hooks out there, and I'm fishing just like mediocre baits. I ain't gone too stupid. I can show you the baits anyway. I've lightly elasticated some because obviously I'm going to elasticate when I put them on my hook. But they're very small baits, so this is what I'm using at the moment. Just squid and black lug, and you know, very tiny. They're not huge, so you know, flatties can take them basically. I didn't want to make anything massive, and then now, you know, only big fish are going to get their mouth around it like. So I've sort of downsized a little bit tonight, if you know what I mean. I've sort of downsized a little bit, and we'll see what goes on. I'll be putting my tip lights on shortly, and my big lights. But I just thought I'd bring you on before it actually gets dark, because it's actually darker than what it looks like on camera. But I don't think things will let up really for maybe for another hour or so, you know, until the tide comes in a little bit, because it's very low. So, you know, when I'm casting out, there's not much line going. It's virtually on the bottom as soon as it's the water, so it's very, very low. Probably a couple of feet, 3 feet maybe, I don't know. It won't be deep anyway. As the tide comes up, obviously it'll fill to 10, 12, 15 feet like. But with a little bit of luck, we'll strike into a fish pretty early. I'm going to move the camera back just a little bit because I'm going to put the lights on now because it is getting dark, and I just want to see what difference it makes when I can't put the big light on. I'm just going to put the little permanent light on what I'll be permanently having on. That's what I'll be using, you know, in between. Obviously if I get a fish, then it'll be going to that. But, you know, we haven't got a fish at the moment, so I'm going to keep that low. Because we don't need no massive one. Right, so I'll be back shortly when it fills up a little bit and it's dark, and we'll have all the lights on, the tip lights and everything else. So I'll see you in a bit. Because I've had a few niggles on this rod. Could be a flatty sat on the bottom, so I'm going to have a look. Could have just drifted in the mud like, but you know, it felt like a flatty bite. Yeah, it was weed. Yeah, it was definitely weed. The bait's still there, I haven't been touched. Right, it gives me a chance to put the tip light on now. Just get that low. Get that kelp off and get the tip light on. There's no big pull like, so you know, it might be a good night tonight for bites because there's no pull. And the bait's definitely staying on. It's not a savage tide tonight. It's very angle friendly. So let's get this tip light on, because I've charged both this time, because last time I didn't charge them both. And it was a bit silly really, because one of them was bloody dead, and it's sacrilege when you don't charge them. So I know for a fact they're full this time. So we should get a lovely bright light. That's that one done. And that looks beautiful, that one. So I'm going to cast that back out because there's nothing wrong with the bait. I'd only just put it out so you know, there's nothing wrong with a bait like. Anything you get when you first get it is just a bonus really. Try a bit further out. Now I know it's holding, because it wasn't holding at first. It was pulling slightly to the right, but it's holding a lot better now. So it's looking a lot better. I might be able to reach that anyway and get the tip light on it. No, I can't. I don't want to disturb that because it's anchored lovely. So anyway, I thought I'd just show you, because you never know, do you? Could have had a fishy on that. But you're certainly going to get some good views tonight, because it looks ideal. Lovely clear weather. I don't know whether you can see the Humber Bridge or anything, because it is a nice red sky over there like. There's quite a lot of fishing down there. You'll definitely see the Humber Bridge, but whether you can see it clear or not is another matter. But as you can see, the river's beautiful tonight. That's the calmest I've seen it for the last few weeks, so that might be a good sign for some fish like. But I've fished here now, this is my third time, and I haven't blanked here this season, so. And I've got a lot more rooks out there today than I had the last two sessions. So it might be better. Right, it was just a short spare. I'll be back if there's any more action. on those rods. Back, because I've just got a bite on this first rod nearest to us. Whether it comes of anything, I don't know. But see what time it is now. It is 7 o'clock, well 5 to 7. The one nearest to us is out about 80-90 metres. I threw it really long way because it was holding, and it, believe it or not, it has held. It's a big tad, but it's not ripping through. It's like real mild. It's like a mild current. For the size of the tad, it's unreal. You think it'd absolutely whizzing, but it isn't. All the conditions today are about as good as you'll ever get them for this time of year, and it's just a matter of how many fish we're going to get. Could have probably done with some prawn, but I didn't bring a net with me or anything, so I didn't bring no prawn, so I was just looking at the sky. It looked like it might rain. Surely it's not going to rain. I didn't check the weather forecast. It just looks so good. I'm hoping it's not going to. So that won't do us no favours if it rains, will it? I have brought a coat with me, but I ain't got no wet bottom, so, you know, what I'd do, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming to up, does it? So I'll be back shortly. I don't want to waste no battery on there because it could get hectic later. You never know, it's very low in the tide at the moment. Could get hectic. I mean, there's still 3.5 hours to high. So I'll catch you when there's some action. Right, just a little update. Just check the weather forecast. It is actually due to get really misty, like thick fog, and I can see it coming in the distance. So it might be really foggy shortly. So whether that brings some fish in, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But I've had a few nibbles, but nothing spectacular. I said I'd just check the weather forecast because I didn't know if it was going to rain or not, and I ain't got no wet gear. But it just didn't look like it was going to rain, so, you know, let's hope it doesn't. But I just thought I'd let you know anyway. Anyway, look at the beautiful picture of the Humber Bridge. Probably the last time you'll see it before the fog comes in. So, you know, hopefully you'll see that bridge. And other than that, it's been a bit fruitless at the moment. But it's only early doors. So I've got another, time is it now? Let's have a look. I've got another 5 hours here yet. So I mean, you know, it's only bloody early, isn't it? I think I'll get some fish, but I don't know how many. I usually get my fish about halfway up tide, between halfway and top, and maybe down, just about an hour down. So I mean, we've got, you know, all the best time to come yet. I will get fish, just a matter of when. You never know, might just get a lucky species, like, be it a bass, an haddock or a cod. You never know. I just don't think it's cold enough yet though. But there has been the odd one come out, like, so, you know, maybe it is. I don't know. But I just thought I'd update you on the weather and stuff, so we'll be back shortly when things start hotting up, so I'll catch you in a bit. Brought the other one in, but as I brought this in, I've got a bite on this one. So I'm going to bring it in. Let's turn that around that way a little bit because it's blinding me. And we'll see what we've got. Probably weed, because I've just pulled some weed in off the other rod. but you never know, do you? Feels heavy, but it could be in the mud. It was a good bite though. This actually does feel like a fish. As I say, it could be weed. Yep, we've got our first fish. It is. I do believe it's a whiting. I'm going to have a look. I think it's a whiting. Let's get the light back on it. It's not a bad size one either. First good bite of the night, that. Let's have a look. Nice lip hook as well, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a whiting. Turn the head torch off. There we go, fellas. First one of the night. Don't want to drop him because he's going back. First one of the night, there you go. It's only about 25 centimetre, but it's a whiting. You can go back. Let's get the little fella back. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. He's back. Right, so we're in. We've got our first fish. Was a good bite as well. So I'm quite chuffed about that. I'll leave you on while I rebait it and clear this rod because there's a lot of bloody mess on it. There is a bit of weed. They give good bites though, them whiting. That one was out about 60-70 metres as well. So I'll have to rebait it with some good bait like. It's nice to get one early in the tide. The only sad part is I brought the other rod in because I had little nibbles on that as well, but that was weed. These are them refined paternosters that I did, modified. Just to get them at different depth basically. Right, let's get this bit on this one. It's always the case when you're pulling a rod in, the other one goes. You have to go and end it with both in, innit? Squid supplied by Matt Tonge, by the way. Squids in bait and tackle. Let's check that other hook, see that one's alright. I think I'm better off with all fresh bait on it, to be fair, because you know, if the fish are biting, you don't want to be putting all bait on, do you? I put bait stoppers on them all anyway because I don't want it sliding up my line, because that's usually the case here. You get a lot of line slidage because it usually rips through, but as I said, tonight it hasn't, but it usually does. I'm going to knock this one out just as far as I did last time, because it was holding lovely. I reckon I was out 70 metres plus. So it's the stillest I've seen it, to be fair. It's definitely the stillest I've seen this river for a long time. For such a decent sized tide lake. Right. Let's get this out then. Got lovely fresh baits on all the hooks. So I am using 3 hooks on this one. But they're all different lengths. Right, let's get it back out. I'm going over here to do it because I'm knocking it quite a distance. Same distance as last time, about 70 metres plus. And I'm hoping it's going to hold. It's at 12 o'clock at the moment, like I was still doing the other rod. I was just rebaiting it when that one started knocking. I just put a fresh one on that one. And the bottom one didn't have any on it, so I also do that as well. I think I've got one done. Luckily, I'd just done 5 baits. While now it was happening, I thought I'll do the baits like. I'll tell you one thing though fellas, the bait's all staying on, so there's no crab. So that's one good thing, no crab. That's about 1 o'clock at the moment, that, because the amount of distance I logged it, it hasn't done bad at all. Right, that's that one done as well now. So that's 5 fresh baits on. I won't knock this one as far because I don't want to get them both the same distance and I can't cross, can I? And get stuck. So where you got to look at it. The only way I can get tangles if I cast them both the same distance. So I've knocked this one about 50. With a bit of luck that will not tangle. Right, I'm an happy chappy now because I've done my 3rd session at Makro and I haven't blanked on any session. Right. God, it's hard work when you're my age and you're baiting up 5 baits and pulling both rods in and sorting fish out and stuff like that, putting cameras on. You know, I've been all over the place. You don't realise it, fellas, until you get to that age where everything's a bloody strain, like, you know what I mean? Then you got bloody asthma and back tumours and bloody all sorts. You know, I could so easily just sit on the counter and think, sod it, you know what I mean? I mean, of course, my back kills me every time I go fishing. When I go home the next day, believe me, I know I've been fishing. But I'm determined to keep active. I don't want it to seize up to the fact that I won't be able to bloody walk or anything, so I'm going to keep at it. And hopefully fingers crossed, I can get 10, 12, 15 years worth of videos out there. God, I'll have about 6,000 videos by then, the rate I'm going out just lately. Right, I'm going to take a little break for now. I'm well chuffed now. Oh, is that a fish? Let's just have a quick look at that. That is off like the clappers. That could be a fish, fellas. Remember, that's fresh bait. Be a shocker if that's another fish. Just pull out that way in case I have to pull it in, because I can't see what I'm doing with that spotlight on. It may have just pulled round. Yeah, I think it just pulled round that. Yeah, I think it just pulled round. It has pulled round quite a way. It's about 2 o'clock now. The other one's held 12. So I'm going to take a break. But if them rods do go, which they may do, it might just come on these fish now. I've got one. So I'll catch you in a bit. Everywhere. Literally. Bites all over the place. Let's get the... Yeah. Right, that one was weed, but I have got a bite on the other one as well, but I'm going to have to sort this out first, because weed must have got me and dragged me upriver. Baits look perfect, like, so I'm not going to change them. It's only just gone out anyway. Yeah, there's a bit of weed now, probably, that's why. I might drop it a bit shorter, just to hold it up in the water a little bit more. Right, take long to get that back out. Both rods are going like the clappers. Whether I caught a big lump of weed or not, I don't know. But I thought I'd get you one, because half the time you missed a bloody fish. You know, what you thought was a bite was really a bite, and you end up with no fish because you didn't put your camera on. So let's get this out. I can't knock it out as far as I have been, because I don't want to get stuck. I'm not stuck, but dragged around. So I'll try it at about 35 metres. It should hold. .35, that should just hold dead on that, 12 o'clock. Should do. I might have to pull the other one in, because that was off like the bloody clappers as well. Just put the light out there, because I can't see a thing when I'm reeling in, when I've got that light fully in my face. Normally it's behind me. See, I could have just eat a big bank of weed, like, but you know, they both look like bites, like. Yeah, it's weed. As you can see, there's a lot of weed. So maybe the weed's moving in. So I'll knock it shorter, because the further I knock it, the more weed I'm going to collect. So let's clear this off. Bits of bloody plastic and all sorts. Don't forget that was out of distance though, so that's probably why. The other one's held now in the middle. Probably 35 is the way forward until the weed dies off a little bit. Luckily it's that real easy weed to get off. And I don't have a leader knot because I'm braid straight through, so I don't get caught. Which is terrible. If you get caught pulling in here, you can kiss goodbye to your gear. Because it'll sink and then you'll lose it. You need to keep that weight moving fast when you reel in here. I mean, I do lose gear here, but thankfully I don't lose a lot because I know where most of the snags are. So I might add that because it's all spun round with probably a bloody eel. I'm going to knock this no more than 30 odd metres. Someone has had that bait, by the way, because it's been had. Short cast this time then. Oh, I'll just shift that because there's some weed halfway down my line. I don't want to get caught on my bloody tip and die. That's all you need. It's not wrapped now, is it? No. Right. Always check your line to make sure that there's no weed in it, because if you get to that top eye and you've got a big lump of weed gone halfway down your line through your rod, you're going to get caught on it. It's going to take your rod out. So let's get out there. So I'm not miles out now. It's the only problem when you're using 2 rods and 5 bloody hooks. It feels like you're running a marathon, man, when you're fishing. Got that much to do. And the weed and stuff. Right, it should hold now. I was being a bit greedy with the distance. Right, I'll take a little break, and when I come back, hopefully we'll have a fish. So I've got a bite on this rod. Definitely a bite on this rod. Because there was quite a few people going by, so I'm back. I had a good bite on this rod, and it was a good bite. I might have to bring it in fact, because I've got a feeling it could be a flatty swallowing my hook. It's gone quite a few times, and I don't want it to swallow my hook, obviously, so if there is a fish on it, and it definitely hasn't swung, so absolutely definitely not swung. Checking that there's no debris down there. I don't know if to give it the benefit of the doubt or not, but that's some right big pulls. I mean, it's liable to be a flatty, you know, if it is. I'm going to leave it for now because it's settled down. But if it goes again, obviously there's a flatty on it. And then it'll probably swallow the hook and I'll have a problem getting it out. Right, I'll be back if it goes again. Well, we're back, about an hour's past. I've had a few bites but no fish. Nothing big, like, you know what I mean. I just thought I'd give you a quick update, like after 45 minutes or so it's been pretty quiet really. I'll just recast them back out with fresh baits. One of them's drifted to the right a little bit and the other one is held, so I've got fresh bait on. It's, I'll tell you what time it is now. It is 21:11, so it's nearly 9:15. So it's about an hour and a half to top. It's pretty high, the tide. I don't know how big the tide is. I think it was 7 point something. I don't know. It wasn't massive, put it that way. But it's pretty much holding. It's just when you try and venture out a bit of a distance, then you're going to get snagged, obviously, because it's pulling right round to the right. I might have to bring that one back in and recast it because it's gone miles, like. I ain't saying there's no fish where it's gone, like, but if it drags round any further, I think I'd start getting worried. Because it's, I don't know if you can see the line, but that one's dead straight out, and that one is going well to the right. So I don't want to lose any gear, if I can help it. The only way I'm going to do that is if I get pulled too far. Because there is a lot of poles and trolleys and all kinds of bloody stuff down there close in. So you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be dragged into that. I mean, it's alright when it's out and you keep winding it in as fast as you can. Keep the lead in out of the water, you know, on top of the water, and it's you got no problem. Just when it sinks, then you're having going to have problems. So anybody that comes here, don't cast more than about 35-40 out until it's slack water. And when you're reeling in, always keep reeling. Don't stop reeling, because as soon as your lead hits the bottom again, the chances are you've lost your gear. And don't let it drift too far to the wall. You know, if it looks like it's going too far, just pull it in and recast it. Just like I'm going to do with this one, because it is pretty far to the wall, really. And I say I don't want to lose my gear. So I'm just going to go up here and go and bring it in. That's exactly what's happened. I think I've lost it. It's pulled me around. It's the only problem, you see. You get pulled around, you lose your gear. Might have to pull this off. Where is it? What's over there, isn't it? Got to be careful because I don't want to snap the bloody rod. The problem is with braid, it's you can get it off, but you've got to be careful when you're pulling, because you can snap your rod. It's very easy to do that. I was hoping it was going to, I've let a lot of line out. I was hoping it was going to free itself. No, I don't think it is. To walk it up here. Hell of a long bloody walk. Got to be careful, you can snap the bloody tip off a rod. I might got one of my hooks caught, so I do have 3 on there. You know, if it comes back with 2 hooks, I won't be too bothered. I've got it free, but I've probably lost my lead. Yeah, I've lost my gear. I've got some of it back. This is the problem you get, you see, if you get dragged too far around here, that's the end of your gear. That's what I managed to get left. Just that one hook. So I'll take a little break there while I'm sorting this out, and I'll be back when I've sorted it out. Right, I'm back. Just had a good swap around. The rod nearest to us now has got a pulley panel on it with a huge squid and black lug bait. I've cast it about 60 metres and it's held, so it could be good. The far rod is 2-hook paternoster, and that's close in, about 30 metres, so I've got variable distance and I've got different rigs on there now. It's quite a lot of time's gone by. The wagon's coming in for Makro. There's the time now. It's nearly 10 past 10. Our time's in 30 minutes. So basically, that's why I cast it out far. I'm hoping it was going to hold early. Because normally around top of tide area, you start getting some good bites. I have had a few bites, but I've also lost one rig as well. That's my own fault. I did discuss it earlier that if you cast too far and it pulls around too far, you lose it, and that's exactly what happened. But I've made some more baits up, and I'm going to try bigger baits for the for the next hour or so. What time I go, I don't know. If I start catching fish, I'll stay until I don't catch fish, if you know what I mean. It's still not on very well here. I mean, I haven't blanked here this season. It's my 3rd attempt, and I've not blanked. But normally you get bits of all sorts here, and it's just, I know, it's really quiet at the moment. You know, there's nothing serious going on. I'm going to leave you on the rods for now anyway, because, as I said, huge bait on there, and I want to catch a good fish. I've got some fresh baits for the other one ready. I'm just going to do this next bait up. That pennel. You know, I'm not actually watching it, so I'll keep an eye on it while I just put this bait together. Because if it does start going hectic and I'm getting a lot of bites, I'll need a bait ready. But I am doing juicy baits, as I say. I'm cutting the squid and turning it inside out. Because obviously it's whiter inside and cleaner and more juicy. I'll show you the bait when I've done it anyway, but it's quite juicy. Just for the pennel. I've got smaller baits for my paternoster. I mean, I wouldn't attempt to put a massive bait on a little paternoster hook, because it wouldn't stay on there anyway, because there's no pennel hook to hold it. But these are really chunky, you know. If there's out swimming by with a decent sized mouth, it's starting to rain, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. It's only spit, but it is raining. I'm hoping that's just what it is, just spit, because that will put paid to my session, because I do not have no wet gear with me. So we don't want that, do we? Right, that's the bait I'm putting on. the pennel. So it's quite, well, you see how much juice is in it. So hopefully I might score something with that. We should start slackening off now, the tide, so I mean it wasn't that bad anyway, but it was further out. Hopefully it'll slacken off. I'm just getting all this muck off my hands. I don't want to touch my drink bottle with all this gunge on it. Oh, it started to rain pretty badly. There's no rain forecast either. It's not. I'm not happy. Just hoping it don't. I just hoping that's just it, because all it said was we've got fog. It's no rain anyway. You know, that'll put paid to my session if it rains. Definitely. Because I can't just sit here and get saturated. I can't get into my van because it's behind the wall. And as you know, I can't climb walls and jump down the other end because I've got a serious back problem, so that would be a definite no-no. So I've got to walk round. Otherwise I could have just sat in the van and if it pissed down, and you know what I mean, watch the rods from there. But this should be the best time now to catch fish. Been very quiet down here today. I haven't seen many people. I've seen a couple of couples walking and that. The family passed earlier, but other than that, it's been pretty damn quiet. You know, there's a few fishermen down the other end still. A few people have asked me if I've had anything. Obviously, I've had a whiting, but and I'm glad I have had that whiting, because I don't want to spoil my record at Makro this season, because I've not blanked. I still believe I'll get a couple more fish, at least. Because they will come on at some point, or they should do. You know, if anything's going to tempt them, it's going to be that big pennel I've just stuck out. With that big bait on it. It's not the hooks that are killing me off, because I've only got 2 oars on today. I've got stingers and mantas, all Sakuma. You know, I was hoping it was going to be sort of fish fest tonight. It hasn't really turned out that way yet. That's why I came right at the bottom of the tide. It hadn't even turned when I got here. So I fished it the full all the way up. That's why I came early, and I thought, you know, if I fish it all the way up and a bit down, then yeah, I can't really say I ain't had the best of the tide, can I? Motorbikes are coming down now. Actually, I'm lucky they've gone the other way. I don't want them blasting my lug holes out. But yeah, I just thought I'd leave you on the camera for a while, because as you know, sometimes when you slow a nice chunky bait out like that, within a couple of minutes you're in there. So I was hoping that's what would happen. And I've got a feeling I'm going to pull the camera off in a minute and it's going to go. So I'll catch you if them rods start to tingle. A big juicy bite on the far rod. So I'm going to hope it develops. This one here, this far one. It's a lovely bite, that. It's a big strong pull down as well. It's now slack water, by the way. It's 10:42. $10.43 now. There's the time, fellas. 10:43, so it's now slack water. and as soon as slack water hit, I got a bite. I'll keep an eye on that because it was a nice pull, that. There's a lovely fresh bait on that, I just cast it out. They're both out at pretty much distance now, about 65 metres or so. I cast them out far because I knew it was slack water. That's the best bite I've had all night though, that one. It's like it was a flash in the pan. Yeah, I put you on because I didn't want to miss it. Obviously, if I get a good bite and I pull it and a nice fish on the end of it, it's always good, isn't it? But, you know, at least they are still biting. You see a golden hour here, but I mean, we ain't had one this season. It was usually about an hour from top or so. I used to get an hour of really good fishing. But there ain't been none this year so far. I know it's only early still, but I mean we're mid-October now. I mean by the end of this month you'll be looking at ground frost and everything. I mean it's only a couple of weeks away. This spot usually produces. A lot of people don't like it because you lose a lot of gear. I'm lucky, I've only lost one tonight, and it was my own fault for casting too far and watching it go around for too long. There's one other guy fishing in the distance, must be about 500 yards down the way. I know he's there because I keep seeing his head torch flash as he's reeling in and stuff, so. But other than that, there's just me and him. Nobody else is here. I guarantee you, once a cod comes out, you won't even get on here. If I catch one, fellas, I might blank it out and just eat it. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm determined to document my first cod of 2025 in the river. Well, that fella who was fishing at the other end has just left. So there's just me left now. Oh, there you go. I just had another pull on that rod. I thought I'd have had more on the pennel, really, at this side. The one at the far end's a paternoster to hook. Got smaller baits on it, but you've seen the chunkiness of that bait that I've put on that pennel. I've just made another one up as well. But the paternoster I cast out just before I put the camera on, so it's got lovely fresh bait on it. Be nice to get a couple more, like. There's fish there because I've seen the bites, but we're a bit tight, aren't we? Maybe they don't like my bait. Don't know why I presented it well. Right, I'll go for now, fellas. I don't want to kill this camera off because it's about half a battery left, and I've only got about an hour left to fish anyway, so I'll be back if the rod jingles. So if I haven't missed it. Wow, I had a beauty of a bite by the time I put all my stuff on. Probably missed it. It's off like the clappers. End rod. Oh, it's off, it's still going. I think I've got a fish yet. I've just knocked that pennel out about 100 yards. I think the weeds died off a little bit anyway. I think I've got this. Swimming with me if I have. Oh, it's little. No, I didn't get it. I can't believe I never got that. Wow, that's shocking. Thought that was on. Nearly rubbed both my baits off. Can go straight back out because I've only got a bit of slack water left. I want to get it as far as I can before it starts drifting. I want to knock this one out about good 80 metres or so. Right, I knocked that out a right fair distance. I'm shocked I never got that fish. It's quite shocking really. Thought I had it, but all day long that was on. Shame really. Right, I'll be back fellas if they start jingling again. Probably will though, like. Back in a few. Okay, so it's 11:36 and I'm going to call it a night. Tide's been and gone. Fished it down about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Hasn't done anything whatsoever. I ain't got the rods in yet, but I'm going to pull them in a minute. But it's not a blank, that's the main thing. That's 3 sessions here at Makro and not a blank. We've had fish at the end of the day, so you know you can't really grumble, can you? Still early in the season. I'm still hunting for that cod. I will get one. Don't forget to like and share the video. Give it a thumbs up if you can. Don't forget to subscribe. Bottom right hand corner of the video, the little disc with a fish in it, click on it and you can subscribe. It's free, completely free, because still 78% of my viewers are not subscribed, so it'd be great if you could subscribe. I'm trying to reach 4,000 by Christmas. I'm only 250 short, so the more the merrier. Obviously I'm going to stick as much content as up I can, which I have been doing, so you know, the more support I get, the more videos I'm going to do. So until next time, from me at Makro, my favourite spot, it's Jimmy Codbite saying a very, very good night.